Is anyone else in like a weird dating conundrum once you hit 40 where you want to date somebody that's your age, but it seems like all the men that are your age don't have any energy anymore to do anything? Like they're like, oh, I just want to like be a homebody and be chill and just like live my life and I don't know, build things. And then you're like, but I don't want to do that. I kind of still have a lot of energy and I want to go out and I want to have fun. And they're like, whoa, 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 I think you might be too much for me. But then when you try to date somebody that's younger, that's like in their 30s, they're like children and they don't have their shit together. So you're kind of just like, well, what do I do? Like, where do I go? I don't know. Somebody, if you have advice, please help.
Energy mismatch at 40 is real. But have you asked why men your age are exhausted? They spent their 30s chasing women who wanted no labels. The 30-year-olds feel like children? You want drive, stability, and energy? Cool. But what are you bringing that makes a man choose you over someone younger with less baggage? Stop treating dating like a menu where you only order but never cook.
Hello. What do I do? I what? Wait, sorry. What do I do?
Girls, the main reason it's hard to date when you're 40 is because men our age, they don't look good. Number one, they never use sunscreen. That's why their skin looks much more wrinkly. And number two, they drink a lot. Oh my god, most men drink a ton. And they think they look good. They don't. It ages them so much. So it's hard to find a 40 plus year old man for us to date when you're late 30s or 40. And also, if you have your own money, then, I mean, what's the reason to date them, right?
He wants to meet up at 10 p.m. You know, that's way past my bedtime.
Men don't age well because they drink and skip sunscreen. Noted. But you just said if a man has money, you don't need him anyway. So what exactly do you want? Real talk. When a woman lists everything wrong with men but can't name one thing she genuinely offers, that's not a dating problem. That's a self-awareness problem wearing dating clothes.
I'm not joining a run club, Mike. That sounds absolutely horrible. I'm not a fan of bars anymore. I just don't like being around more than 3 people at any given time.
Dating in your 40s, what a joy. Back in the 90s and the noughties, you actually met people. You know, bumped into someone, had a chat, maybe even a cheeky snog at the end of the night. Now it's congratulations, you've matched with a stranger on your phone. How blinking romantic. I mean, even in bars, no one really mixes, not like they used to. Not that I'm in bars much. My social life consists of home bargains, dog walks, and maybe the odd trip down the candle aisle in TK Maxx. And here's the thing, I already spend all day talking to strangers. Hi, by the way. So at night, more strangers? Yeah, no. So I guess I don't want it badly enough to sit there swiping left, right and pretending this is normal human behaviour. Besides, I've got everything I need. Soulmate, Coco. Lols, Peach. Best friends, my girls. Marriage, tried it, don't recommend. Do I need a man? No. Would it be nice? Yes. He just needs to magically appear at my front door with snacks. So until then, I'll survive somehow with my dogs, my mates and my true crime documentaries. Laters!
She just described her perfect life, dogs, mates, Coco, and somehow framed it as a tragedy. If your soulmate needs to magically appear at your door because you refuse to do any of the work, you're not looking for love, you're looking for a delivery service. High standards aren't the issue here. Complete absence of effort is. Dating takes risk. No risk, no reward.
Dating in your 30s and 40s is the hardest thing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you've seen it all already. Whether it was a failed marriage, failed relationship, you've dealt with the narcissist, the psychopath, the crazy person, past traumas, bad experiences and all that. So now you have high standards and low tolerance. And if you have a therapist, they're watching you too.
This one actually hits. High standards after real trauma? That's called learning. But here's the trap. Trauma disguises itself as standards, and you start rejecting good people because they remind you of the last disaster. There's a difference between I won't accept disrespect and I'll find a flaw in everyone so I never have to be vulnerable again. Know which one you're actually doing.
So I don't like using words high standards because to me these are just standards and they're not high. Like wanting to have someone with morals, values, good heart, asking for loyalty, trust, and all that. And you have low tolerance for bullshit, drama, nonsense. So it's really hard to find that person that meets all these requirements.
Dating in your 40s is crazy whack, like ridiculous, like it's atrocious. Let me tell you why. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but I'm going to tell you the reason why today. So, I go on a lot of first dates, not too many second dates, because as soon as I see something that don't line up with where I'm going, I'm done with it. That's where I'm at. It ain't happening. So, 2 separate occasions, having a conversation, getting to know somebody, and 2 different times, both men were like, yeah, I'd still be with my ex-wife if she hadn't left. Son, I don't know why you sitting here with me. You need to go to marriage counseling. Like, what? Like, why are you on a date? Call your ex-wife. Go talk to a preacher. Go talk to an exorcist. Do something. Don't be wasting my time. Don't be wasting my time. Bye.
2 different men told her they'd still be with their ex-wives. That's not a dating problem. Those men need therapy, not dates. But if this pattern keeps happening, you gotta ask, what am I attracting and why? Patterns don't lie. If your dates keep showing up broken, maybe the vibe or the places you're looking need a serious reset.
I'm 43 years old and I have been successfully single since the age of 30. Yep, divorced at 30 and still single at 43. I am really starting to wonder, do I need to get back in the dating game? I've had 1,000 excuses as to why it's not the right time. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of the rejection. I'm terrified of meeting someone horrifically abusive and narcissistic, and that is going to destroy everything that I've created. But I'm also terrified if I get to the age of 50, and well, I hope I get to the age of 50, but when I get to the age of 50, I'm going to regret that I didn't give this another go. But then I'm just like, how do you even get this started? Dating apps are just the quickest way to like destroy every part of your soul. And then I don't really kind of go anywhere where there's people who are single. All my friends are married. So I'm in this kind of little juxtaposition of how the heck do you move on? I do worry that I'm going to look back and really regret this, but then my fear, and we all know what fear does, it makes us avoid. My fear of everything, every catastrophic, overthinking thought will come true. But I'll be honest with you, probably the fear of rejection, that somebody, like I picture this, you meet someone online, you go and meet with them, they look at you and think you're the most disgusting human being in the world and walk away. Now I tell myself, just pick yourself up, Sam, and walk away yourself. But that kind of just goes over in my head, and just, yeah, the fear of rejection is enormous. Fear, fear, fear. Dating equals fear.
13 years single, afraid of rejection, afraid of narcissists, afraid of regret at 50. You're not living, you're running threat assessments 24/7. Fear of rejection is fear of being seen. But you know what's scarier? Hitting 55, realizing you were so busy protecting your walls? Nothing good ever got through. The real issue isn't the apps, it's the story you keep telling yourself. Start there.
I don't believe it's going to fall on your lap. It'd be great if it did. Yes, obviously, it's a lot harder dating now a bit later in life. Look, it's because of your life and where you are right now and the responsibilities you have, and maybe you've got kids and you've a lot going on. So simply finding the time to date anybody or to find someone special is hard. You've probably already had real proper love in your life, but also you've probably lost that real proper love, and that's why you're more cautious, because you don't want to feel like that again. You don't want to feel that pain. You don't want to feel that hurt. You're afraid of messing it up again, afraid of choosing the wrong person. But that doesn't mean that it can't happen. It doesn't mean you can't make time for the right person. You absolutely can. And there's some amazing people out there that are just waiting to be found and waiting to be loved.
The worst part about dating after 40 as a woman, men, they just seem to want situationships. And what makes it worse is, because you're over 40, You believe you've missed the boat, your time is gone, you've lost your chance, there are no more good men, and that puts you into a spiral. The reality is there are ways that you can actually find the established man that you're looking for. So once we know how to position ourselves, you can get that established man that you're hoping for to have a genuine lasting relationship. Now, if you move from a place of loneliness, desperation, or fear, thinking you've missed the boat, you're over 40, you need to get it right, and you do, but there are ways. That's when you set yourself up for unnecessary heartbreak. If you are a woman over 40 and you're dating, this is what I want to help you avoid. I'm helping you avoid ending up in yet another situationship or a relationship that you know is not right for you. When you're ready, DM me the word dating and we can chat about how you can position yourself so you can find an established man. That relationship, the one that you have seen and visualized yourself in, we're going to get that happening for you.
Men just want situationships. Some do. But here's what nobody says. Plenty of women over 40 are also terrified of commitment and hide it behind demanding language. Situationships don't just happen to you. You participate in them. The second you shift from I need to be chosen to I choose carefully, ladies, the whole dynamic flips. That mindset shift is literally everything.
Can somebody tell me why dating in your 40s is so damn difficult? I don't feel like I'm that picky, and every date I go on, though, is just, it's terrible. Like, I just don't feel that connection with the person. What am I doing wrong? Help me out.
Dating forecast for 2026 is not starting out right because it is January 3rd and I have already been ghosted or maybe stood up. So I was talking to this guy for the past couple of days, right? Ready to get back out there after my traumatic summer. This should be fun, and this guy seems really nice. He's not giving any red flags, and he's not asking any inappropriate questions like right off the bat, which is really rare and refreshing right now. He messaged me yesterday and I was asleep, so when I woke up, I responded and I said, "Hey, good morning. Are we still on for today?" He responds right away. "Yes, let's meet at this place at this time." Perfect. I had plans to meet up with another friend before that. So I get ready. I never get ready. I am the queen of the bums. I will wear the same jogger set for a whole entire week. Don't worry, I shower. I'll even throw it in the wash a few times before I put it back on. No harm, alright? I stay in the house. I don't do my hair, I don't do my makeup, and I don't put on real clothes. But today I did. I'm feeling good. I wash my hair and curl it. I put on real pants. And even some blush. And then my friend who I was supposed to meet for lunch cancels. Okay, he had a legitimate excuse. His flight was delayed. He was like, "I think I'm coming down with the flu." Okay, bestie, I'll see you another time. Go home, rest. You've been up since 2 a.m. So it's about an hour before I'm supposed to meet up for my date. And I message him again because I hadn't heard from him all day, which is weird. And I said, "Hey, I'm about to leave, but I'm not going to get on the roads if I don't hear from you. Are we still good?" No response. So I'm not going to go. I'm not going to show up. I put my joggers back on. This was 5 p.m. It is now 9:15 p.m. I still have not heard from him. The messages are blue. Like, I am not upset about it. I like staying at home. But my mind is boggled that in our 40s, we're still doing this.
She curled her hair, put on real pants, and got ghosted. That stings. But this isn't a 40s problem. It's a culture problem. We normalized ghosting so hard people forgot there's a human on the other end. Her reaction, though? She didn't spiral. Put her joggers back on and kept it moving. That emotional resilience is exactly what makes someone genuinely ready to date.
If you don't want to hang out, then say you don't want to hang out. Be like, "Hey, I'm not into it. Today's not good." Or, "Hey, something came up." I'm genuinely hoping that nothing legitimately happened. But like, homeboy at the Coldplay concert could find the time in his day to have a whole affair. I was about to cuss there. So I'm pretty sure that us random Joe Schmoes can find 2 seconds to send a text message in our 40s.
Here's why I think dating is so difficult these days. We are the first generation that is technically advanced. Our parents did not have online dating, the internet, social norms that were so beyond acceptable, being in your 40s and single and saying no children and all of that. This is so new for all of us that there are rules none of us even fucking know how to abide by. Our parents also came from a generation where the norm was to get married young. You didn't really have to explore somebody and try to figure out. You didn't have the options as readily as available. You just married who was in your proximity. That's why divorces started happening so rapidly when we were kids, and now we're at a time where it's just almost the norm versus the exception. We're also the first generation that therapy and attachment styles and healing your inner child is so widely talked about because we have the internet. So that gives people even more time to say, I need to heal my shit before I get into something and turn up to be like my parents. Not to mention our parents could get married and have 6 kids in a 1-income home where we can't even afford to fucking rent an apartment for ourselves.
So I'm going to share my perspective of why I think it's hard to date as a 45-year-old woman. I should note that there are some particular challenges in my life that probably don't apply to others, so I'm just going to go with my overall perspective of what it feels like to date as a 45-year-old woman. So if you're single at my age, there's probably a few different reasons why. The reason I'm single is because I've been working on myself for about the last 5 years, and it hasn't felt right for me to get into a long-term relationship. That could be the reason, or it could be that you just got out of a relationship that you were in for a long time and you're having a hard time thinking about even trying again. Or maybe you've decided to do something different in your career and you're going back to school and you don't really have time to date. Or maybe you're like me and you decided to relocate to another country and you just haven't figured out how to date in that other country or if you even want to. Some of the other challenges are maybe you have parents that are aging and you need to help them. Another big challenge is maybe you have kids that are like in their younger ages and you just don't feel right adding another person into their lives. I don't like to use blanket things like, oh, it's because of the society. I just think that there are particular challenges for people that are in this age range. We've got younger kids, we've got aging parents, and at the same time, we're trying to manage our own career and social life. So there's just less opportunity for us to date and less reason for us to date because there's already so much going on. I think for the majority of us, we would love to have that awesome, ride or die, dependable partner by our side, but we really just don't have the energy to put into the process that it takes to find that person. Now I want to hear from you. If you're aged 35 to 55, how do you feel about dating and what kind of challenges are you seeing? Let me know. Bye.
She actually nailed it. This generation is the first to navigate online dating, therapy culture, financial pressure, and delayed marriage all at once with zero blueprint. Your parents married young because options were limited. You have freedom and self-awareness. But that combo makes choosing harder. The real challenge isn't finding someone. It's deciding that person across the table is worth the risk. Most people never make that call.
Let's talk a little bit about dating. As a woman in her 40s that's been married and that has dated, it's not that easy. I've talked to several of my girlfriends as well as guy friends about dating, about using apps, about meeting people through recommendations, and all I can say is, and this goes vice versa as well, if someone wants to text you, they will. If someone wants to call you, they will. If someone wants to arrange a date and see you,